ends here. How do you think is what do you think is gonna be the result of this match, or who are you most excited to see go into the grand finals?
Okay. I think that we're gonna see Battle Boost guitars, obviously.
Okay.
But I don't necessarily know if that's gonna be very pleasant for Knic. I think that I'm trying to decide how I feel about this matchup, but let's just see how it plays out. D-Sig from Knic is gonna be very pleasant. Oh, that down air would have been a lot. I feel like playing boots into guitars is not that bad. Is kind of where I land. Like,
Yeah.
they're both relatively close range, and I feel like boots side light and the aerial tools tend to not be that unpleasant. Like, I think they're honestly fairly favorable on the stage. So, I mean, Knic, as I say that though, is kind of driving this first game. He's looking very confident. Side light connects. D-Sig, that's the Knic special right there. Catching people, trying to dodge away, run away, trying to go to the outside. That's a perfect way to catch him. Lucian, side light, D-Sig.
Yeah.
Knic goes for more.
So Knic right now, I mean, he's up onto Blaze, and these two players, I mean, once again, we talk about kind of just matchup knowledge and player knowledge. These are two types of players that have played each other many, many times. In CBs, they've played alongside each other. I mean, just this week, we had a CB against Salvia, where Blaze and Knic were competing in that clan battle. I mean, they've fought alongside each other, they've fought against each other. I mean, here is one of the situations where they have been against each other. Blaze taking out that stock, leads to the gets KO, tying up the stock count now, and this is one of the interesting matches which we haven't been able to see, I mean, throughout today's tournament. It didn't happen in the round robin, and it didn't happen in today's tournament simply because they were in, I believe, separate... Actually, wait, I think they played each other in the round robin, if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, we haven't seen it in a best-of-5 setting between both of these players. But regardless, I mean, these two players are two players that are so similar in skill and in elo. I mean, it could definitely go anyway.
Yeah, this has been a fascinating game of trade. So that recovery would have been oh, sorry, I got really distracted there. Okay, I thought we were gonna see something like some sort of like side sig there, but down air goes for side air, not quite. Blaze looking for a side light opener. Oh wow, really? That D-Sig KO'd. It looked like he was gonna maybe have a second chance there. Send him so far to the top left, but he's gonna KO. Blaze looking for an early KO here. Probably gonna stick a side sig or something, like one of the early Tesca sigs. Just trying to get back to stage first though. Knic, an in-sig of his own.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big punish. Not quite gonna get the full stock. Blaze still trying to take off the second stock. There's the side sig.
Once again, I mean, you can count both of these guys out yet. I mean, Blaze, he does have some damage racked up onto him, but it's not Knic's game one just as yet. Blaze can definitely bring this one back. I mean, he has the boots in hand. His boots, we've seen it cook, man. And I mean, right now, we're seeing it cook. Wow. Look at his nice damage he's able to build up, but he needs to build up a little bit more.
The composure.
Knic, big.
Wow, great composure.
That's just been Knic special. Knic has just been... The composure from Knic is just insane. And I mean, you talk about how evenly matched these players are. You look at these stats, 5.4 average damage per engagement coming in from both players. I mean, it's just...
That is what... I agree with you, Hockey. That is one of Knic's greatest qualities when he's playing this game. It's like, there's a moment where he loses a stock when he has the lead, and the second player is trying to settle into what their game plan is going to be to try and, like, mount the comeback. And it feels like when we go into last stocks, it's like Blaze understands the headspace of like where his opponent is trying to formulate a game plan, and he just like consistently goes for these like hard call out like side light Sair, double Sair, and it's like before you even know it, like you've just been caught off guard a couple of times trying to implement your own game plan, and it's like you've just been posted up on, dare I say, and like he just stands still and like, I know what you want, and I'm just gonna post up a couple of times in the beginning of this stock. And it's honestly remarkable how many times we see that exchange happen. I feel like I cast that exact exchange very frequently with Knic, where it's like 2 stocks to 1, he gets the second stock taken off, and like in the blink of an eye, he's either pushed his advantage rapidly or he's just taken the stock, and he's made that adaptation. Okay, but game 2 underway, my apologies. Knic up 1-0.
Yeah, so I mean, Blaze definitely has to try to see if he can have, you know, if he has to answer here to Knic's Lucian. I mean, Knic is that type of person where, you know, we've seen him on Lucian. We've like, it's been a rare situation where we see him kind of deviate from this Lucian pick here. He's been kind of on it 24/7 throughout today's tournament and throughout just in general. He's been over on the Lucian. But Blaze, on the other hand, a little bit more of a versatile player. Where we saw him over on the Tesco, we saw him over on the Orchidia, and now for what I believe is his main here of the Mordex. Let's see how his Mordex does here. I mean, we saw a little bit of his sight to start off. Big ground pound does lead to the KO. Stocks are still tied up. It's anybody's game here. We're going to be definitely seeing some more side gameplay. And one of the interesting things I wanted to see about this particular matchup between Knic and Blaze is how does Blaze perform, you know, whether it is in the Katars and Scythe matchup. And how the Scythe is going to perform in general. Because, I mean, we've seen his boots and we've seen his combo potential on the boots. But how does the Scythe kind of translate now?
Oh man, yeah. I honestly surprised we didn't see a little bit more of a punish off of that dodge. He caught the dodge there, but I'm not sure if he had more. I thought he did, but maybe not. But I agree, Hockey. The battle boots were putting in work on the Tesca, and I have not seen this level 100 Mordex yet today. This is the first time I've ever actually seen this pick coming out from Blaze.
Yeah.
So, ooh, it's looking good though. That ground pound was phenomenal, and I believe this might be the first lead of the set that we've seen Blaze have.
Yeah.
We're gonna see how he gets the push and advantage, push a lead, see if he can mount something off this defense. Good dodge punish. Great dodge punish. Almost found more, but he found a lot.
Big down though. Knic special coming out.
Lethal.
You gotta be. I mean, if you're fighting Knic, bro, you gotta be prepared for those Knic specials. I mean, it's his specialty, bro. It's his whole thing about his Lucian. His down six, that's where it's at. But Blaze here is showing him his Qatar, not Qatars, his Scythe. And just like that, he's able to get the KO with a beautiful side sig. Just amazing offstage coming in from him. Able to get the KO, and just like that, Blaze is putting himself up on the board.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, what an amazing... I mean, what a game to bring out this Mordex here, which is something we haven't seen throughout today's tournament. This level 100 as well, too. I mean, this guy's been hiding this level 100 Mordex from us.
Yeah, the Scythe looked very, very calm, cool, and collected. He almost like hit Knic with what Knic hit him with in the previous game, where it's like going to the final stocks, like Blaze immediately ripped off the band-aid and said, you know what, I'm just going to close this one out. I know that you're going to be desperate for something here, and I'm just going to GC side sig. It's over. Your stock's done. Okay, game 3, 1-1. I'm excited for this matchup, Hockey. This Mordex is looking very, very good.
Yeah, love the Mordex pick coming in from him, but how does Knic answer back now? I mean, you lost a game against it. Can you adapt against this Mordex pick? I'm sure, you know, Blaze has played this Mordex against Knic many times. He's played the Tesca against him many times, perhaps. So, I mean, does this Mordex, I mean, it definitely worked for that game number 2, but does it work here in the game number 3? I mean, so far starting off, it seems like it's doing well, but Knic, I mean, he's answering back, he's building up the damage over on the Katars.
Knic's adapted, Hockey. You can feel like the momentum.
You're definitely seeing, I
right
mean,
in this moment.
It's stage presence alone. He's controlling the stage a lot more. He's not allowing Blaze to kind of get the upper hand of him. He's taking stage control very well. But Blaze, though, now off stage, nice there. Doesn't go for another one. Respecting the space a little bit. The double recovery. Now going, picks up back the side. Goes for the side sig. Look at Knic with the spacing, though. Goes around, gets that end light. Sends him with the nair. Now he's over on the blasters. Looking for probably a Sair. The side sig to punish it. Wow. Good stuff coming in.
All right.
Side Sair.
He's looking good. Like, he's looking like he understands what he needs to do right now. He's getting caught out by a lot of good options from Blaze, but I mean, that's the nature of this. That's part of the course, I should say. But I mean, it feels like he kind of understands what he's supposed to be doing in this matchup a lot better going into this game 3. And as I say that, immediate 3-piece. Oh my goodness, gets caught by D-Light trying to come up. Not the end of the world. He gets a second chance. Down air. Weapon throw. Yeah.
Leads to the KO, gets that stock out of there, tied up stock, but the damage has already been done. Knic was able to build some sort of lead here, but Blaze does have the Scythe in hand. Now weapon starving, primes the Scythe back up in case if he needs it for that next stock, or in case if he needs to pick it back up again, pick up a fresh Scythe perhaps. But Blaze, he needs to answer back, he needs to get... what? He spaced the down sig, he spaced the Knic special. He got a nice ground pound as well, too, from it. Side sig though does connect. The second part of it does connect, and it leads to the KO here. Knic still working with the lead here, but Blaze, he's on the last stop. just throws out a haymaker. He doesn't care.
Just rips it in neutral and connects. That's the insig. Okay, I honestly like the Haymaker. It's definitely a little bit of a tempo swap.
Yeah.
Okay, he's getting ambitious sharking down there. I would not want to shark Knic like that right now.
Yeah.
Knic having none of it though. Staying composed. Enlight goes for recovery. Okay, Blaze going to Gauntlets, looking for a KO here.
Nice there and there.
Yeah, so Blaze trying to make that adaptation
Going for
here.
the ground
Knic definitely trying to find a little bit more damage, but he's starting to get to the point where he's afraid to approach because he doesn't want to lose his stock too quickly. Yeah, there it is.
He's definitely kind of respecting the space a little bit more. Big stare though from Blaze. Catches the recovery with the weapon throw. It's a pretty good stock. That's a pretty decent time to take the stock there. I mean, doesn't allow too much damage to be done to your last stock, but I mean, still, the lead has already been there. But Blaze has the sight. He can definitely bring this one back. One dodge read and that's it.
Ooh, Hockey, that was almost it. That GC side level was mighty close. He had a lot going for him.
Ooh.
Oh, the Knic special again. He just...
Can he make it back? Nah, that's it. Cannot make it back, and just like that, Knic puts Blaze onto match point there. Wow. Talk about that game, Logan.
It feels like that's how I watch Knic games go. Like, very frequently. Like, 2 stocks to 1, stock gets converted, and then he just reads your dodge away with D-Sig, and it's like, oh, I guess my 3rd stock's gone. Like, I didn't have a chance to mount my game plan going into it. Like, oh man, it's like clockwork a lot of the time. But I think that Blaze is back on the Tesca level 92, and I don't think this is a bad pick whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely worked out for him.
Yeah.
You know, the first game, Knic was in control, but it seems like what's going on to Blaze right now is he's a little bit conflicted. I mean, you're going back onto the legend that, you know, kind of lost in that first game. You know, I'd probably maybe expecting the Arcadia here, perhaps, but the Mordex didn't work out. But, I mean, you're going to be going on to the legend that you're kind of a little bit more comfortable to, so it does make sense why he's going over onto this, but this is something that Knic is a very... I mean, he knows about this already. He knows about this Tesca. He knows what you have to offer on the Tesca, and you're seeing it right now, where just dare after dare, he's not afraid to approach Blaze. Because, I mean, he has that knowledge already about Blaze and what his Tesca has to offer here. Blaze, though, looking for the combo over onto the boots, goes for the ground pound again. 3rd one, though, doesn't connect. The weapon throw stopping the recovery, but Blaze is able to make it back. Touches back to stage, though. Knic able to slip by, pick up the blasters. Blaze, on the other hand, over on the boots. Still, it's an even game. It's anybody's game here to win, but this game is definitely looking a little bit more even here for Blaze. So maybe, you know what? Maybe the Tesca pick... Maybe it's the pick that he need. Maybe the Mordex pick was just to throw off Knic a little bit. Maybe it was to just kind of to have him, you know, have his mind geared towards, you know, okay, we're going to be seeing him over on the Mordex, but he swapped out from the Tesca. You know, maybe he felt the Tesca wasn't working. Maybe it was just to throw off Knic a little bit here, but Knic was able to get the side sig, leads to the KO. And Logan, how you feeling about this this game here? How you feeling about this game 5? The game 4?
It's always difficult to give advice against Knic because it's hard to simplify advice against good players to like really reductive terms. But like, I think the boots is a good matchup going to guitars. I think he looked confident going into it. Double recovery is a great way to close out that first stock. So I don't want to say that, like, the boost is a bad pick. It definitely feels weird to go back to a legend in which you just lost on, like, and you swapped off of.
Yeah.
To feel like, okay, I am going to go back to it, but I don't, maybe he learned something from the Mordex swap of like, oh, actually the battle boots were the thing that were giving me a lot of progress in this matchup.
Yeah, maybe he wasn't feeling comfortable in the scythe as well too. So maybe that's why he swapped back over. Whoa, what a net save with the ground pound. Ooh, and he took that just like that. He just
robbed that stock as I was speaking. He's got a full lead. He's got a full stock lead, I'm trying to say. Recovery. Oh my. Okay, he's still going. He recovered it down here. Okay, Blaze. Maybe this is why he swapped back to these battle boots. He had some sort of download from the previous set saying, oh, if I had the battle boots in this matchup right now, I wish I could outzone him.
Yeah.
But he's looking good. Oh, that was a great sig punish there from Knic to stop the startup.
You look at the lead coming
from Blaze. That was a monstrous punish. That's going to be the stock.
What a call out. And just like that, Blaze pushes it to a game 5. Wow. I mean, Blaze there, you definitely saw, like you mentioned, there were probably situations from that 3rd game where, you know, he just didn't feel comfortable over on the side, and perhaps maybe this was the pick, and definitely you saw that it led him to the victory. So went back to something that he was comfortable with here, and now we have our game 5.
Yeah, I definitely think that's what we saw. Because I've definitely experienced that myself. I mean, like, you have those games where, like, okay, I'm playing this, I lost on this, but it wasn't the legend. You know what I mean? It was just me. And then when you swap off the legend, all you can see is, man, I wish I had boots for this exact interaction, because if I had boots in this interaction, I know how I would punish things. So, like, I think it's very smart that he admitted that to himself of, like, okay, the first game loss wasn't the boots, it wasn't the legend. I actually felt comfortable on this. I was just getting caught by a good player in those moments, and I think that I can go back to this legend knowing that I am capable of making the adaptation, and I'm not at the disadvantage based off of the matchup.
Yeah, but
and I think that's a very, like, I'm proud of him for making that decision. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, yeah, I definitely see what you're coming from here. Blaze here making a nice adaptation in this set here. Going back to a legend is Tesca, but we're definitely have a little bit of a change of scenery here, Logan, where we're going to be going over to Mishima Dojo for our game number 5 here. Knic right now taking control of his game 5, but Blaze answering back quickly on the boots. Goes for the ground pound, disconnect, but denies the recovery. Knic once again gonna be taking that stock, and I mean, Blaze was definitely cooking over on the boots, but just somehow, I mean, that's just something about Knic once again, his composure. Even though he's getting comboed, he's not like, oh damn, well, I'm not gonna panic. He's not panicking at all. He's just calm and casually, he's like, okay, you know what, Blaze, I know you're gonna go for recovery there. Guess what? I'm just gonna weapon throw, and I'm gonna stuff that recovery out of there, and just like that, I take the stock and get the lead. Now Knic is looking to push his lead even more, and he is doing so, building up some nice damage here, but Blaze needs to take this stock immediately from Knic before too much damage has been done.
Yeah, I think, how do you feel about these tri-platform hockeys? I definitely think they're favoring the guitars right now.
100%. I mean, Knic is going to be able to, you know, extend those combos even more. I mean, those D-lights are going to come into, like, much more of his advantage. But, I mean, same thing could be said for Blaze. You're going to be able to use those platforms to advantage to get, you know, extended combos, perhaps. Even kind of just, you can use those platforms to your advantage to kind of, just...
Totally.
Beat up Knic off stage and, you know, catches, you know, recovery when he's coming back. But Blaze here, I mean, he's at a deficit here, Logan.
Yeah, I think he's got a lot of ground to cover in the second stock. They're doing a good job of just, like, chipping away with these aerials. Probably see a Nair. Oh, he goes for a D-sig there. Probably see some sort of, like, floating to the platform, a Nair, Sair kind of thing, just to, like offset Blaze's positioning, push him off. But, I mean, he's got stage control right now. Goes for a stick. Oh, he's just looking for KO. He's just looking for KO options. He is not messing around with none of those aerials. He's looking for a side sig, a D sig.
Use all of the signatures in the kit, man, for the guitars. But now Blaze, I mean, he's over on the gauntlets here. I mean, he has to take out basically these full 2 stocks in this last stock of his. It's game 5, and look at Knic. Sends him off stage, and Knic realizes that game has been won. He fades off into the distance, and Blaze, sadly, is going to be going home in the 3rd place. But, I mean, what a performance from him. Knic, though, is going to be going into the Grands. And talk about that game there, Logan. That was just such a different game compared to the game at number 4, where we just saw such an even matchup. This game was definitely different.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that I could say anything about, like, the matchup or necessarily, like, the map. I think that Blaze played a very good tournament. I think that his Tesca looked phenomenal. His boots looked great. I think that it was a good pick into Knic's guitars. I think that, I mean, Knic just came out on top in the very end there. Like, he's found the adaptation. He just found the adaptation. I mean, what is there to say? Like, there was a great punish on the D-sig there. Just dare, Sair. His composure looked like, just like there were no cracks in it. Like, he looked like he was ready to go back to grand finals, and then well played to him.